All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruchakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And this is the brother Osh from Great Millstone, Tampa. He's back with another video. Lord's will is edifying. And just going to go into, the war in heaven that's going to be taking place here on this earth. All right, when we're talking about the war in heaven, it's talking about in the skies, But nevertheless, let's get into this. This is Revelation 12:7. It says, "And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon," which the dragon is what? The EU and NATO. All right, Esau's power structure. All right, in America's part of NATO, but the beast. This is the beast system, the dragon. Okay, the Roman Empire reincarnated. All right, it says, and Michael and his angels are going to be the chariots, man, the so-called UFOs, the angels of the Lord. Okay, and as the scriptures say, there's thousands, tens of thousands of them, and the skies are going to be filled with them, and as well as Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai will be among, all right, those chariots. It says, and the dragon fought and his angels. Now the dragon has angels too, which are what? Those so-called, or not so-called, but their jets. Their navy, the Marines, the Air Force. Okay. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Right. So this man's power structure is going down. His teeth, the dragon's teeth are going to be knocked out. All right. His power, his might, his military is going to be taken out by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's army. Okay. So I got this. I was looking this up to back up that the dragon does have angels. Well, look at Esau calls his navy, these jets right here, the Blue Angels. So there you have it. Where and when Blue Angels will be flying above Buffalo, blah, blah, blah. So the point is, he labeled his jet fighters, or these particular ones, and look, it's 144 right there. But, he labeled these particular squadron that was formed in 1946, as you see there. He named them what? The Blue Angels. Okay, so there you go, man. That's his angels that's going to be fighting against the Lord. All right, Michael and his angels. Because remember in Daniel 12 it says, Michael shall stand up for thy people. Because the archangel Michael is going to be coming with Yahweh Shai as well. All right, that's one of his captains, so to say, generals under Yahweh Shai. Okay, so let's go to Revelation 19. And 19, it says, and I saw the beast. So again, this is the beast, is the dragon, same thing. It says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies. So not only the dragon's going to fight against the Lord, all right, but all these other nations will too. Moab, they're not part of the dragon, they're under the dragon, but they are not the dragon. So Russia, okay, China, India, Iran, so on and so forth. All these people that have fighter jets away and military capabilities, they're going to be trying to fight against the Lord as well. It says, and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And who's the one that sits upon the horse? Is Yahweh Shai. And who's his army? Well, we just read it in Revelation 12. Michael and his angels. Okay. That's the Lord. The one Yahweh Shai is gonna be sitting on that horse, man. Not, symbolically. That horse is symbolic. It's a white horse in particular. It's symbolic for that pure power. Okay. Okay. So let's get into the what is it? Second Esdras 13. Let's get into how it's gonna be when Yahweh Shai come, or this is the description of him. So I just started at the top, second Esdras 13:1. And again, remember, Esau puts it in plain sight, bro. Blue angels. Let's just look through this a little quickly. You know, I think they're based out of here in Florida, actually. You know, the command center for these guys. I could be mistaken. I think it's Pensacola or something like that. Let's see, don't have no information on them really. Okay, here we go. There you go, history. Oh, I'll just go to, okay, here we go. It was in 1946. All right. So, you know, you can do the rest of the research there. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, here it is. The garrison headquarters, Pensacola, Florida. Yep. Oh, and the NAS and the... Okay, so they got two command centers, so to say, for the Blue Angels. But nonetheless, you get the point that I'm trying to show. All right. The United States Navy have a squadron called the Blue Angels. All right. And they just so happen to be jets, fighter jets. So, now, proof is in the pudding. The second Ezra is 13:1. And it came to pass after the 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea when it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man, which is the one that's sitting upon the horse that we read in Revelation 19, okay? Says, lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. There you go. The thousands of heaven are going to be them angels. All right. As a matter of fact, let me get there real quick. Forgot how it goes. Angels, 1,000. So it's in Psalms. Yep, here it is. Psalm 68 and 17 says the chariots, which are so-called UFOs, are the angels. It says the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. There you go, man. So let's go. So those are the ones that he gonna be waxing strong with. Okay. It says, and with the thousands of heaven, it says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Right, because when the Lord appears, pursuant to Revelation chapter 1 and 7, it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, which are those chariots, okay, the angels, the so-called UFOs. It says, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. So everybody's going to be wailing because of him. They're going to be spooked. They're going to think it's an alien invasion, which is going to be an alien invasion, all right. All right, it says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it fleeth the fire, or when it filleth the fire. So these chariots are going to be shooting laser beams. So that's why they're going to dominate this war in heaven. First of all, you got all this information, or this media bringing it to light, different sightings of the so-called UFOs. But what they're coming out and saying that these capabilities that these ships have are far beyond anything that we have. You know, some dude said 100 to 1,000 years advanced, which is way more than that. Okay, these are interdimensional. Okay, chariots, man, interdimensional. You know, you can't even put words to it, man. You know, these things can disappear, they can shrink, they can enlarge. Okay, they can disappear, they can fly through the air, fly through water, or go through the water, make no noise, turn on a dime. Okay, there's no front of the chariot. It's not like a car with the front of the car. Nah, man, it just hovers, man. Esau can't do that with them Blue Angels. Them niggas will pass out. They hit certain G's. All right. These guys will have to go through extensive training to be able to handle this kind of G-force that these jets, all right, are capable of, which is probably like 10 G's around there. Okay. But these chariots, man, are ridiculous compared to these Blue Angels. It should say the Red Angels. They should have named it that. But let's go on. It says, verse 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. There you go. And what we read in Revelation 19. All right. It said that the kings, it says, I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him. So this is what it's talking about. All this great multitude, all right, a multitude of men out of number to come to fight the Lord. They're going to try to subdue the Lord. Like, that's even possible. All right. But what? That's why the scripture in Obadiah says that pride of thy heart has deceived thee. This man actually think he can fight the Lord, man. Guys, he's a madman. All right, but verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. So this is how big the chariot was that Ezra here is describing it as a mountain. All right, verse 7, but I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. So Ezra's looking for where this mountain's coming from. What part of the earth did it just come off of? But he couldn't. Because it's coming from the heavens. And it's so big that you ain't gonna be able to see the end of it, man. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So the Lord's going to put it into these blue angels and other, fighter jets to come against him and fight. And it's going to be a landslide victory. It says, verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude, because they're going to be violent. They're going to be shooting missiles, shooting, ammunition rounds. All kind. They probably going to try to nuke the chariots too. I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't put it past bitch nigga E. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And that's them chariots shooting laser beams, man. You're gonna see it. The world will witness this. They show you in movies. Verse 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived. So all them armies is going to be destroyed. All right, all of them, not one left standing, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. There you go, man. So that's the point that I wanted to get at. The Lord's willing, this is edifying. Until next time, shalom.